Next up, we have the most generic white guy, Ryan. Oh, shit. I was gonna have this big bet about taking off masks one by one, but clearly that didn't work out. I guess I can take off this last one. Yeah, hey, I like this guy, cool. So by the way, I tested positive for COVID this morning, and no, I'm just kidding. I wear the masks, it's not because I don't trust you guys, it's more so that I just don't trust myself to trust you guys. Let's be honest, in this country, with the handling of like COVID-19, we have royally fucked up. It is not good. I think we're at like we've got like 25 million cases in this country alone, which coincidentally is also the number of people that I've slept with, minus 25 million. Thank you. I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. How many of you guys have ever seen the live-action 2008 movie Speed Racer? Anybody? That guy has. These guys have. Nobody? Oh, you guys are missing out. If I had to describe it, I guess I'd have to. It's probably the Citizen Kane of our time. Basically, I love the movie, but it is the most absurd movie ever. It's like this wholesome family movie about how racing's this religion to this family and whatnot. And it's these kids and they're racing and stuff. And then it cuts to Speed, who's the main character, last name Racer. He comes in and he gives his brother a package and he said, "Hey, this guy wanted you to have this." And then his brother, Rex Racer, comes on and says, "Hold on, let me see that." And it's a fucking bomb. He puts it in Speed's little go-kart, runs over here, grabs a broom, breaks it in half, sticks it in the go-kart, and puts the go-kart out in the middle of the streets so the whole thing fucking blows up in public instead of just going And then right when you think that's not absurd enough, it cuts to a race where Speed's back in the future, he's winning a race, and everyone's like, oh, he's gonna be so good, he's gonna be the best. And then it cuts to the fucking mafia beating the shit out of this guy, threatening to throw him in a piranha tank unless he listens to them. And if he doesn't listen to them, they said they're gonna throw his sister in the piranha tank, which is really kind of fucked up for a kid's movie, which is what this movie seems like it's trying to be. And then he's saved by this guy called Racer X. And spoiler alert, Racer X is Rex Racer. I know, no one could have saw it coming. But if you haven't seen the movie, it's a phenomenal movie, highly recommend. But on the topic of movies, do you guys ever see those things that come up like before the movie and say, it's like FBI warning, if you copyright this movie or fucking plagiarize, it's gonna be, you're gonna get like a $250,000 fine and 5 fucking years in federal prison. Speed Racer is so concerned that you're gonna plagiarize this movie that it has not one, not two, but say it with me, 7 fucking commercials saying how plagiarizing is fucking terrible and you shouldn't do it. And on another note, how fucked up is our criminal justice system that you get 5 fucking years in federal prison for stealing Speed Racer, the live-action 2008 film. Pirate. That's a word. That's the word I was looking for. But you guys know what else will get you 5 years in federal prison? First-degree murder. You can get out in fucking 5 years. Think how fucked up that is. If you shoot her in the face later tonight, sleep with one eye open, and I get caught pirating or selling illegal copies of the 2008 live-action movie Speed Racer, which, let's be honest, is going to happen one of these days. You and I will be cellmates. I'll probably get the death penalty, though. That's how fucked up our system is. I don't remember any of my other jokes, so I'm going to pull up my phone. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember. How's Zoom classes going, guys? Yeah, I feel that. I, for one, actually love Zoom classes, because now, I don't have to pretend that I'm paying attention. I can just play on my phone and I don't have to hide it. Just turn the camera off. School classes, actual classes, Zoom and all that shit started back up. And while that's been happening, I've actually started up a new hobby. It's called alcoholism. Yeah, it's I'm not quite a professional yet, but I'd like to say I'm a quick learner. Like, I'm picking up on a lot of things. For one, I've learned that whenever I'm fucking hammered, for some reason, I like to have this confident strut like I'm from the fucking 50s sitcom. Just for no reason. I just walk around the house like this. Like, I'll be sitting on the couch like, I need to pee. I don't know why I do it. I've also learned that if none of you guys have heard of this thing, it's called Keystone Light. It's the worst beer imaginable. The way I can describe it, that it is the worst beer imaginable, is when you and your friends are fucking hammered out of your minds to the point you can't taste anything, and it's not because of COVID. You still fucking can't finish the can of beer because it tastes awful. Like, what's the worst thing you've ever tasted in your entire life? Well, there you go, straight from the horse's mouth. Is that the expression? I feel like that's insulting. I'm not calling you a horse, by any means. What was my next choice? Oh yeah, anyways, so I've recently started getting drunk because I was waiting till I was 21. And I am loving it so much, but drunk me always seems to fuck over sober me in the morning. Like, one time when I was drunk, I peed my pants, and I had to deal with that in the morning. Another time when I was drunk, I lost my wallet. And one of the latest times that I was drunk, I lost my one and only copy of the 2008 live-action movie Speed Racer. Yeah, so it's been a pretty fucking terrible experience, but I keep doing it. Most recently, one of the last times that I was drunk might arguably be the worst time that drunk Ryan tried to fuck over sober Ryan. My girlfriend came over, and she was getting drunk for the first time. Long story short, she's not having a good time. She's half passed out over the fucking toilet, just puking, vomiting up all this shit. And I'm right beside her, comforting her. You know, I'm fucking dazed out of my mind, just barely conscious up here. And in between these gallons of vomit that's just coming out in intervals, I say, I think we should break up. I'm gonna go get me a keystone. Did I really go through my entire fucking set that quickly? I didn't write a lot. Damn, that's disappointing. I wrote it all this morning because I just can't come up with anything. And I probably should have been doing work the entire time. So I guess I'm gonna try something new. I will be taking questions from the audience, and if I don't like your question, I'm gonna ignore you. You have a question. What's with a what? The hat choice. I found this hat at a garage sale for $1. It kind of matches my aesthetic of black and emo, but also looking for that golf generic white guy. I don't know if you guys heard the guy that introduced me, but that seems to be what I go for most times, even though I don't really actually go for it. Moving on, another question. Yes?
Have you had anything in music theory you want one day? This is an admission of guilt, but...
Fuck, I'm in music theory? Which one? Wait, hold on. Next question. No. You, in the back, in the red.
If you were a farm animal, what kind of farm animal would you be?
The fuck's that supposed to mean? Excuse me, goddamn, I can't even fucking think. Oh. I didn't call you a horse. I swear to God. I said the expression sounded like I was calling you a horse. I didn't call you a horse. Nay, I say to that. You, yes. Well, I didn't answer your question. I guess I'm a fucking pig. Who knows? Yes, what can I do for you?
If you had to choose between riding a giant spider and a manticore, which would it be?
I'm going to answer that question with a handstand. A cartwheel, no thanks. I think I'm kind of fucked at the moment, man. Did the light go off? Is that the light? Hey, I'm saved by the light. Thank you for your time. I'm going to stand here for another minute because I have it.
Keep it up for Ryan!
Oh, I'm sorry, do you want to come on stage?
Huh?
This is I'm kind of in the middle of my set here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You can come on here, come on.
No thanks.
No thanks? You want to just keep having this banter back and forth?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I can say, hey, the Cardinals, I heard something about Adam Wainwright coming back. Is that true?
I don't know.
You don't know? Let me ask you, Xander, while I have you on the mic, have you ever seen the 2008 live-action film Speeders?
As a matter of fact, I have.
It's a good movie, right?
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah. I think my favorite part is the monkey character. The little chimp guy that runs around.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Chimp guy?
Chimp guy.
Little monkey chimp guy. I think that's what they credited in the credits.
You think he could beat up Godzilla?
Do I think he could beat up Godzilla?
Yeah.
I think he certainly has a chance.
Yeah.
It's probably not a good one.
There is like a chance, though. You're a math major.
Is that my light? Am I good to go? All right, thanks, guys. You guys have been awesome. I'm going to pick up all this
All right.
fucking ass that I got.
Keep it up for Ryan for real this time.
Yeah. I think I may have moved the